Hey D4Bers, David here. How are you? Another top 5 hints and tips from me. As I've said, and I'll remind you on every episode, I do this where possible in one take. So allow me some fluffs as well. We're all somewhat human. But I'm just going to give you hints and tips on a specific subject. I used to do these all mixed up and people said, David, can you just do one subject at a time and then we can just watch that lot? So that's what I'm doing. Before I go any further, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on the bell and then you'll get notified as soon as I put a new video on. And also please don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Disney for Brits, and also my travel agency, D4B Travel. Apt to Protected, working with major brands like TUI and Major and all of the cruise lines. If you're after any kind of holiday in the UK, in Europe, in the world, Disney or non-Disney, check me out on there, drop me a message, we'll have a phone call, I'll find out what you need and I'll get you the very best deal. And the most amazing part of it is if you book your Disney holiday through me, you get a whole load of magical extras, which is my knowledge and experience. I'll book your fast passes, I'll book your dining, I'll even help you plan your 1 or 2 weeks to get the very best out of it. So check those out. This time we're going to be talking around getting around in Walt Disney World. So again, a Walt Disney World Florida kind of spin here, but let's talk about some things that you can do that are a little out of the norm. First thing is, if you're staying at Saratoga Springs, and if you haven't stayed there, it's definitely worth doing. It's a big resort, rooms are really big, they've got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms and studios. You can walk from Saratoga Springs to Disney Springs. It's a 2 or 3 minute walk. And to try and give you an idea and use my hands as maps, Disney Springs, in fact no, Saratoga Springs is here, looking at your side, and Disney Springs is here, and there's a little walkway at the top, and it's at the top where the bus station is. You can actually walk across. You can also get a boat over there, and there's various other ways to do it. But it's a great thing to do if you want to have a night of gentle partying in Disney Springs, because that's all you're going to be able to do there, and you want to take a lovely stroll back to your resort, you can do this. There are walkways in Walt Disney World, so think about considering those. We now know there's one from the Grand Floridian going to Walt Disney World, and there's one from the Polynesian to the Grand Floridian, so pretty much if you want, you can walk around Bay Lake rather than using the monorail or the boat to the Magic Kingdom. Second one, again about transport. We're talking about boats this time. Boats are a really lovely way to get around. Now there is a number of different types. There's what they call friend ships, get it? Friend ships, and they take you from one place to another. So you can get friend ships from Old Key West and Saratoga Springs all the way to Disney Springs, as I mentioned, and I think there's 3 stops, so you can stop where Cirque du Soleil is, in the middle or at the far end where the restaurants are. You can also get boats from Beach Club and Yacht Club into Epcot, and they'll bring you in the France and UK pavilion side of Epcot, which used to be a much quieter way of getting in. And there's various other places that you can get boats. Port Orleans resorts have also got boats. So check out whether there's any other way to travel other than the Disney buses. And of course you've got your cars. Don't forget, if you've got somebody that's driving all the time, please think about giving them a night off by getting an Uber or something like that. Ubers are really cheap, and as somebody who does all the driving when we go to Florida, it's really nice just to have a night off and maybe occasional little alcoholic drink, a gin and tonic or something. So please don't make them think they have to drive every time. Consider other options. Another thing that you can do, and I'm looking at my notes down there, I told you it was live, is you can actually park at Boardwalk. So Boardwalk is the resort. You've got Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club. You can park there and walk into Epcot. Speak nicely to the security guard. They may say no, but just say, I'm going into Boardwalk, I'm going to do some shopping, I'm going to wander around. You can then stroll into the back entrance to Epcot, which is now where the Skyliner is, and that's definitely a quieter way of getting in and much less walking and trams and things like that. So that's going to bring you in between France and the UK. Health warning, used to be quiet, now there's the Skyliner, soon there's going to be Remy, so it may get a whole lot busier. Tip 5 is the Skyliner. You must go on the Skyliner. The Skyliner is a airway in the sky, it's trams in the sky, effectively it's cable cars that link a number of resorts. It links Pop Century and Art of Animation to Riviera Resort, to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios, and you can just go on it. So if you're coming out of the park and you fancy doing something different before you go back to your car, hop on the Skyliner. No charge, amazing views, really cool inside the cabins. They've done something clever such that the speed blows cool air through, and it's really lovely. And if you want to visit another resort, so if you wanted to go and have a look around Pop Century of Art of Animation, then do that. Finish at Epcot, finish at Hollywood Studios, hop on, go and visit the resort, have an ice cream, have a stroll around, back onto the Skyliner, back to pick up your car. Definitely something to do. So 5 different tips here. You can walk in lots of places from Disney. I talked about Saratoga Springs to Disney Springs, from the Grand Floridian and from the Poly round to the Magic Kingdom. Boats are really lovely, from Old Key West, Saratoga Springs, Port Orleans to Disney Springs, and from Beach Club and Yacht Club to Epcot. You can park at the boardwalk if you're a little bit cheeky, and then you can go around boardwalk and go into Epcot in the back entrance, which is between France and the UK. And you can use the Skyliner at least once. You've got to do it. It's definitely worth doing. It's an amazing experience. 1, 2, 3, that's only 4. Number five, the buses. The buses then are really good first thing in the morning. I mentioned Uber earlier. If you're at a park and you're staying there for the fireworks or something big, the buses, and you're going back to a Walt Disney World resort, the buses are going to be busy. Certainly if you're at some of the value resorts, you might have to wait an hour for a bus, so please consider again an Uber. Book it in advance, find out what time the show finishes, ask the cast members at your hotel what time the show finishes, how long it will take you to walk, and just hop in an Uber or something. I've been on buses where I'm tired and grotty and it's midnight, let alone the poor young children and their poor exhausted parents. So do think about a different way of getting home apart from the buses. So there we go, 5 actual hints and tips and not the 4 I started with. I'd love to know if you've got any more ideas for me. Please put your comments in the notes below. I don't know why I did that. If you're going to type, put your comments in the notes below. Also, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so you get notified when I send another video. And please check out D4B Travel on Facebook and get in touch if I can help you with anything to make your Disney holiday amazing. Whether it's Disney in Florida, California, the Asian parks, China, Hong Kong, Shanghai, that is China. I've missed one, you'll tell me. I know. Japan, there we go, Tokyo, or obviously Paris, and actually any other holiday that you're after. Drop me a note, we'll have a phone call, I'll sort you out with something amazing. It's been amazing talking to you again. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully you've found these hints and tips great. I'm David from Disney for Brits and D4B Travel. You've been watching Disney for Brit Quick Tips Top 5, and as our pal Mickey says, I'll see you real soon.